guys, we're from group 10. We're gonna present about to support WH question, T to C movement. Okay, so for the first material, we're gonna talk about to support. Next slide, please. To support is a linguistic term in English grammar that the verb to has to include as an auxiliary verb. This applies in question or called interrogative clauses and also applies in negative statement as well as response. To support has a characteristic feature, namely, or we can call helping verb. Helping verb can describe that the phrase to takes on an additional verb. Okay, so this is the example. I want to study. This is the positive statement. As you can see, the positive statement only has one verb, want. And look at the negative statement. I did not want to study. It has an additional verb, do. The question also adds to support. Do you want to study? The verb do and study are separated at the end of the sentences. Okay, so this is the sentence that we will analyze. Jane did not know Tasha. TP and Jane, Viper, did, negative P, negative not, Viper, V not, and P, and Tasha.
So next we're going to talk about WH questions. WH questions is a question that contains a WH interrogative word, often in initial position, including what, where, when, who, which, and why. Let's take a look at this declarative sentence. Brian drinks soda. So how do we make it into a WH question? First, we have to change the DP, which is, in this case, is soda, into a WH interrogative word, what. This is what we called as WH in situ because the WH interrogative word is just there in place without any movement. WH in situ questions are used primarily as echo questions. The other things that we can do is that we can form a sentence. What does Brian drink? The object of drink here is being moved to the top of the sentence and becoming a WH interrogative word. This is what we called as WH movement. WH movement occurs to create non-echoic questions. Now, now we're going to analyze the sentence, what is she doing? So the original form of the sentence is an echo question, what is she? I'm sorry, she is doing what? But then the object of doing is moved to the top of the sentence. There are two different kinds of movement operation here. The first one is head movement that moves the auxiliary is, and the second one is a WH movement that moves the WH interrogative word what.
Next is T to C movement. T to C movement, also called inverted auxiliary, is a movement from T or tense to C or complementizer. The auxiliary, such as will, could, should, have, and others that are located in T moves to C and then become a yes or no question. According to Chomsky, it is triggered by an uninterpretable feature of tense carried by the head in which tense moves. But uninterpretable features, namely UH and UT, have to be eliminated before the derivational cycle to which they belong comes to an end. In yes or no question in English, auxiliary verbs invert with their subject. And as we can see in the example below, she will go to the party. Then change to will she go to the party? Next. In this slide, we can see the tree diagram of the sentence, she will go to the party. And we want to have a question, so we add the plus Q here to indicate a positive question. If C has a plus Q under it, it is asking for T to move up to C. And we end up getting rid of will from T to move C. As mentioned before, in a yes or no question, the auxiliary inverted with their subject. So now we have a question, will she go to the party? Next. Okay, in the slide, we have a tree diagram of the question, will she go to the party? The auxiliary will has already moved to C, so we have to remove the will that is located in C. And normally, we don't just cross out the word, then we can leave a trace. And what does the trace look like? Well, we leave the T and then put an index like I. So this would be T sub I, like the right tree diagram. And then we can take C and we can subscript it to Ci, and this means that whatever was in T is no longer there, and instead it's moved up to the C high position. Next. Okay, that's all from our group. Hope you can understand the material, and thank you for your nice attention.